What I liked about this book, part one, I liked there's a new take of the Cinderella story, because before this, I've never seen someone do an LGBTQ plus version of the tale, and I thought it was done fantastically because it had a nice balance of hints of the original tale with a nice twist with the being Omegaverse and Impreg. I also liked it had a well-balanced triad book, because triad stories can go either two ways very well, like this one, or disastrous for one or more partners feels left out. When it comes to the relationship in and out of bed, this story had a good balance. No one was a selfish lover. There was equal attention to all the partners, and no one felt left out. It showed that equal love and communication is king every time. I also liked how it has a balance of brought to light that people with power get away with things so easily, as we see with the conspiracy in the book. It also was really relatable because in real life, big business or anyone in power, they do something scandalous, they can just sweep it over the rug. If a normal person did that, they would have their head on a platter. And it brings us to light in this book. I also like that the labels fit the story because we get a birth. It's an exciting DNA mixing, but I don't want to spoil anything regarding that, so you'll have to read to find out. What I liked about the book, part 2, I also like the unique villains, because in other Cinderella stories, it's always an evil stepmom and stepsister, but in this one we got an evil stepdad and brother, which was a nice twist on the story, because with it being a male Cinderella, I like that they made it a male villain instead of a female villain, because it was kind of cool to see that dynamic and that twist on how they portrayed the personalities and stuff like that. Just having an homage to the original, which was pretty cool. I also like how it brought to life how competitions like the Bachelor and Bachelorette bring out people's true colors, because it shows how competition brings out the worst in people. Like with the betas, they were so awful to the Omega, the story point where they were causing bodily harm, which has been seen in other Bachelor shows. So I like it rings with a familiarity and relatability that we see all the time in TV shows in real life, because with reality TV, things that make things high, bring out the worst in people, and we really did see this in this competition-like setting for the Prince's Heart. What I disliked about the book, I only had 2 pet peeves with the story, which were, 1, I wish we could have seen more sexual development between the characters, especially with how long the story is. We only get a handful of scenes, and yes, they were steamy and full of passion and authenticity, because we like authentic stuff, not artificiality. I just wish we gotten 1 or 2 more to show how they came to each other's bodies, just like how they came to know each other's hearts and feelings. Like throughout the book, we get to see the relationship develop, like how they feel for each other, their love blossoming, all the cutesy scenes. I just wish we also could have seen them develop more as a couple in the bedroom. That's all. The second thing was we get some details about Simon and Harry's relationship. They never mention their third. Like what happened to him or her after the assassination conspiracy came out, because it's hinted at the reason why Simon supposedly killed Harry, because he was jealous and didn't want to share him, but they never gave what was the provocation for it. So if we would have had a little bit more hinting of their backstory and what happened to their third partner, hopefully in the future books we will, because this so ties into the present conflict. It'd be nice to know what happened in the past to cause all this, like what was the catalyst for the conspiracy back then to lead to the big issue now in the story. So hopefully that gets brought to light in the future books. To sum it all up, this is a wonderful take on a Cinderella story. It's a beautiful and well-balanced threesome relationship full of angst, mystery, and steaminess, along with showing that no matter the hardship, there's always a silver lining to keep a bright outlook and a hopeful demeanor, but also full of lessons to be learned, like patience and don't jump to conclusions that we could all learn from, along with a beautiful saturation of characters, plot, and setting. This is a fantastical tale, along with adorable babies, interesting genetics, and a cliffhanger that makes you hunger for more. So after counting up the good parts, the bad parts of the story, I give this a rating of 4.5 stars and would highly recommend to read. So that's the end to our second segment in our 8-part mini-series. I hope you all stay safe, healthy, have a happy Halloween. Can't wait to see you guys next week. Ciao, bellas.